I'm not anti-vax, I'm very much pro-choice. The label, I think, is used and it's led by mainstream media yet again. So, because if you've got a label, you've got something to hate. It helps hate something if you could label it.
To what extent do you think is there a blurring between news and, for lack of a better word, propaganda?
It's very blurred, and it really comes down to money. What's going on right now where, so much mainstream media, corporate media is actually getting incredible tax breaks, okay, to toe the COVID line, to do the propaganda sort of on TV line. Not just tax breaks, also they're being paid for this advertising, okay, and any business is going to go with a safe bet. They're going to go with who's going to provide the money.
I personally think anyone who has an opinion on COVID needs to see both mainstream side and then non-mainstream side, where you actually find some actual facts to form your own opinion. If you've got the informed opinion, I support you to have that opinion. If you haven't done your research on both sides, I don't think you should have an opinion on it. But that's just me personally.
I think particular reporters and particular news outlets have been disgraceful. Okay, if you've got that legacy of being in the media for such a long time, you have a responsibility to the public to tell them the truth, and to give them fair and honest news. And it's not happening. So many are just giving one side, okay? And sometimes blatantly lying. Actually, not sometimes, quite often, blatantly lying. You have a responsibility to tell the truth if you work in the media, as far as I'm concerned. Otherwise, yes, it's propaganda.
How do you feel language has been changed or used?
Oh, it's been manipulated massively. You can certainly see this with the way a lot of media outlets are using language. Language is the main reason. So you use words and you use phrases to create the narrative that you want. Most people today are very time poor, okay, and we'll look at maybe the headline, okay. Some of us will start reading, maybe read the first paragraph, and they will use terminology and they'll use language very, very carefully.
So no, I'm not anti-vax, I'm very much pro-choice. The label, I think, is used and it's led by mainstream media yet again. So, because if you've got a label, you've got something to hate. It helps hate something if you could label it.
They're mimetically transferring knowledge. Mimetics were around since the 50s, It's what is a meme. It's something that's popped into your head. It's like the seed, and poetically, that is what they're doing. They are creating these little seeds inside your head daily. The majority of people, they will just sit there at the end of the day, have their beer, have their wine, have their dinner, watch the tube, watch the nightly news, listen to the daily radio, listen to all of the mainstream media propagating these little seeds in their head. And it doesn't have to be a big seed. All it just got to be is the one bloody word: COVID, death.
Fear. Basically, you turn on your TV or your radio, every single news article is about this. It just literally goes from one to another to another. There doesn't seem to be any other news. You are bombarded with it, and it's psychological warfare. You're literally just bombarding people with negativity all the time. What else could you possibly be thinking?
So I've been listening to psychs and educated people going, what is happening on TV is abhorrent from a psychological point of view. I used to teach media. I know how to manipulate the media. It's what I used to teach kids in the Year 9 assignment. How does the media manipulate society? I read last month that Merriam-Webster's dictionary had to change the definition of vaccine. From this is what a vaccine is for the last 200 years to what's this gobbledygook now that fits the narrative from Fauci.
Mainstream media has definitely not portrayed the whole picture when it comes to vaccine injuries and the data that they're showing.
And when I see propaganda being used, and that's what I see, a lot of this is propaganda, that upsets me, okay? And I think that's the wrong way. I think that media should be a very positive thing. I think it should be providing information to people so they can make up their own mind. I think that unfortunately media today, to a large extent, has become opinion pieces and propaganda, not facts.
So everything I see, everything I read And it's not coming off Koshy and Carl Stefanovic on Channel 7 and Channel 9. My news comes from around the world. It comes from around the world, and that's what people need to understand.
When I'm thinking about news, the way I describe it is I go shopping. Okay, so now I go shopping. I'll watch some leftist media, I'll watch some rightish media, I'll find someone in the middle, I'll take a bit of this, bit of that, whatever, and then I actually take all those bits of information and I make up my own mind. Yeah, make up your own mind. You've got this lovely grey thing in there, it works. Yeah, give it a go.